Okay, I'm sorry, I was laughing. Okay, so real quick before we get on to the main conversation, I'm gonna go off topic for one quick second. It's gonna probably be a minute, but the main thing I want to say is one, if you hear a like a staticky noise or just say some off-topic droning in the background, or whatever, I keep in mind it's literally just a fan. It's really hot, and I'm trying to cool down the room. That's literally it. It's one thing, so I apologize for that. Second off, if not if, well, I want to say thank you personally to all the new subscribers that have currently subscribed to the channel. Recently a few joined, and some of them I completely have no clue who you are, and I'm honestly gonna just say this, I am very thankful for that. So hey, if you really did like what I have to do, thank you. I really appreciate it. Keep watching videos, it supports the channel. So yeah, I just want to say thank you personally to all the new peeps. It's literally it. Okay, and then now it's time to the main conversation. Listen real quick, I know you've seen the title, and I know you've seen the thumbnail. That's good, because I haven't seen it yet. But the main thing I do know is the conversational topic I do want to talk about, and it's about just pure anxiety. That's something I really want to get into, because that's something that surprisingly, yes, I get it, the lo-fi channel has struggles with it. I don't struggle with it, but it is something that does linger on in the back of my mind whenever certain particular things don't go the way as planned. Now here's what I mean by that. I'll give an example. For the people that do live around my little area, you already know, but for the majority of the people that watch my videos and have no clue what I'm talking about, let me just give it brief context. Just recently, I usually make my videos at night for the sole reason of being able to have, like, one, it's cooler, two, well, it's supposed to be cooler, but two, I don't get bothered by anybody. I'm done with everything I have to do, and because of that, I'm able to just solely just focus on my topics I want to talk about, or my YouTube channel that I want to do, or all my other little hobbies I really work at. So because of that, because of that whole reason, it's like, okay, I like to work at night for those ideas. But just recently, a small little thunderstorm came in, and whenever that usually happens, it honestly really kind of fucks over all of my equipment. Like I start noticing, like, whenever I play a game, something goes wrong, things start to lag here and there, internet starts having little flickers. It's not really that good, and it's because I've said it before, I live in an area where, the internet here is basically the definition of hieroglyphics on the wall. Like, it's terrible, it's not good whatsoever. So because of that, keep that in mind, I decided to just wait off a little bit. As soon as I waited off that little bit, like I got derailed for a quick second, immediately I will tell you that there was a form of anxiety just rushing through my heart, and just just completely up my fucking spinal cord and just straight to my brain, thinking, Jesus Christ, like, what if I don't make the video in time? What if I run out of things to talk about? What if I don't have my true conversational topic that I want to talk about? Like, things just start going on and on and on and on and on. Because I had an idea originally for another topic that I want to discuss in this video, but call it a blessing in disguise or something, but something really, having just that pure sense of anxiety, like, I'm gonna miss a video, the thing's gonna cut out. What if I make a video, everything goes good, but as soon as I start uploading, like, as soon as it gets to like 99%, the power cuts out, and then that's it. Like, I lose all my shit, and I have to restart, and it takes another 10 years in order to upload, or wait till the next blue moon in order to summon the shit. So it's like, damn, it's crazy. So with all that in mind, things just started rushing within me. So I decided, I'm like, fuck it, let me just go to sleep. So I went to sleep, and even still, that you could just feel my heart rate just still, like, pumping and all that stuff. And I woke up multiple times throughout the night, just in a sweat, just like, because it sounds over exaggerated, I really do understand, but I will have to be real honest with you. Whenever I do work on my sole projects at home, everything, I have to do it, and it's a sense of, like, it's a sense that there's no need, like, oh, you don't need it, but it's like I really do, because it's that fulfillment that I get from, like, completing a video, doing a workout, or doing X, Y, and Z. No matter what I have to do, it's just something I have to do. Whenever it gets postponed, it really does fuck with me a little bit, and then I get that form of, like, angst, that form of, like, uncertainty of, like, what's gonna happen, of, like, just worrying. I get that there are some benefits to it, because keep in mind, I don't let that pure anxiety rule my life. However, yes, you do know, for the people that do, I am a very shy, calm, little conserved individual that likes to just not fuck with anybody else or anyone else or anything else. I just like to stay by myself and just like chill out. You know how it goes. So whenever certain things I do have the power to control within my life, or these certain projects, it's like, oh yes, it really does mess with me knowing that I can't really continue or do them because of like things that are out of my control, like the weather. Again, it happens. I understand that it's not the end of the world. I get that it's like, oh, you could always do it and whatever, or upload later and all that stuff. You've done it before. I'm like, yeah, 100%. I don't mind it. Like, I could still do it and I will do it. But I just want to talk about that quick form of just pure like anxiety that people get. Like, for me personally, like, it was terrible back then. Quick story, it was terrible. It was terrible back then when I was younger, because the form came up whenever I would just meet a new person, and that person was part of my fucking family. Like I knew them. Like I didn't know them, but I knew that, oh yeah, I was somewhat related to you because we just come from the same fucking tree. Like, I get it. However, because of that all in mind, it's like I didn't really want to fuck with anybody, simply for those reasons. It's like, bro, I'm not fucking interested. I like to keep to myself. I don't want to be with anybody. So it was very terrible, especially going to like the public school system too. Keep in mind, for the people that do know me, oh my god, yes, I was that shy, quiet kid. I didn't talk to anybody. I just literally sat down, did my work. As soon as the bell would ring to go home, literally just walk home. Literally, that was it. That was like the beginning when I first started, like, as like the memories could hit me right now. I know, like, later on in La Escuela, like, everything, it got more like comfortable because I was forced to take certain classes where it was like, oh yeah, you have to do this in order, like, whatever, right? I was like, okay, cool. That's another story for the future, on how I usually, well, not usually, on how I got out of that point to where I got more comfortable to like speak openly like this to an audience of people that have no clue the fuck you are and all that stuff, and without having the dread of feeling being judged, or like, that's basically the thing, just being judged. That's literally it. Once I got that out of my system, I was able to completely start YouTube. But there are still things in my life where it's like that little anxiety comes in. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying that it's only exclusive to certain people. Everyone gets it, some more than others, and sometimes it's fucking gets terrible. I've seen some gnarly shit with people that their anxiety just fucking just goes all the way up, and it's like, fuck, bro, I'm sorry it happens to you. Thankfully, I was able to get out of that. I did want to talk about that, how even to this day, like to this day, like how I like to give these little weird video diaries about how it's like, okay, how I'm trying to better myself and doing this and doing that, whatever the fuck, right? Like, I get it. But knowing that there are still like things lurking in the back of my existence, of my mind, just like, oh yeah, it's you, just like getting a small form of it. Again, I'm not saying that anxiety at the end point is strictly bad, like you shouldn't take fucking medicine for it and all that stuff. If you have to, I understand completely. But for me personally, it's like, nah, like, I really do need to accept the fact that, hey, some things are gonna go wrong, some things are gonna go good. And if things go wrong, you fuck it. You already know how to play the right games. You're good. Like, just improvise on the idea. Improvisational ideas is something that it was. So, listen, I don't want to be droning on. I fucked up that word. Oh well, screw it. I don't want to be droning on the whole idea of just like anxiety. Like, I get it. Yes, I do. I use other forms of mitigation in order to stop that whole like feeling coming up. Like, here's like the good examples is like I do my little workouts, and that really does alleviate the anxiety and stress of just everyday daily life and shit like that. So it's like, okay, that's real beneficial. Highly recommend it. It's really good for you, and plus you look good. So it's like, oh fuck yeah. So I'm completely open to all those little things. And some other things I do of course, is I do have a little forms of supplements and nootropics I do take in order to help alleviate these ideas, or this form of stress, if you might say. I do take stress relievers. That's a big one, because I do have a big problem. That's a whole other topic, whole other fucking monster on its own. I know anxiety and stress could go hand in hand, but I know when anxiety, I'm able to just like be past it, nothing else, it's perfectly fine. But the thing I do really struggle with a lot is because it hits me the hardest is with stress. That is one thing that absolutely will completely devastate me. I will be literally having just a normal whatever day, and then just immediate, just fucking overwhelming weight of a stressing idea just hits me, and then that's it. It's over with. I'm basically fucking dead. Just bury me in the backyard, bro. It's really how it goes. So that's something that's a whole different topic, but I do know that it does go hand in hand because the idea of anxiety and stress are just something that just culminates together, and it's like, oh yeah, this is perfectly fine. I understand. I know I'm ranting and it sounds fucking stupid what I'm saying, but keep in mind this is all just for me to just try to like think and rekindle these ideas of like, okay, I need to just get better at certain things like this, and this so happens to be one of them. And I want to put this out there to like that be known. Like whenever I eventually do, I don't do it most of the time, but whenever I eventually do look back on these videos, I'll be like, oh yeah, you talked about this. Try to work on it. That's literally it. And that's the form of just pure anxiety. Again, some things are completely out of my control. I can't do anything about it. It really fucking, at the end of the day, it fucking sucks. Like there's really nothing you could do about it, but you could just keep on just trying to work at just improving it. Or something I did learn of recent was the idea of just trying to accept and use that form of anxiety as a form of excitement. Here's what I mean by that. In volleyball, again, I'm going to use volleyball as a reference. In volleyball, when people tend to serve, you usually get like ending point matches, like the last, like the draw points, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? Usually, if you're the person serving, like there is unsurmountable amount of stress that is on you at that point, or under pure weight on you on that point, for the simple fact that you solely have the power to completely end the game whatsoever. Like that's it. You hit a perfect fucking shot, boom. Next you could literally get that perfect line shot, bro. And the next boom, the game ends. Everyone's excited, like everyone's happy, right? But that was loud. But on the opposite hand of it, it's just that overwhelming void of just pure, like that boundless existence of just like dread. Because if you mess up, like if you hit a little too hard to the right, too far to the left, like next the ball's out of bounds, and that's it. You lose your lead. And if it could be like a whole deuce situation, like that would have been it. You lost. It was all your fault. And that really stresses people out. And what people tend to do is they tend to play the safe route. I remember hearing a coach talk about this, that people whenever they're in these last stretches of the game, they tend to play the safest route, because it's like they know that like I'll hit it, let me just hit it towards like the libero, and just hit it there, or hit it towards the center, an easy like light hit where it's just gonna just float there, and then someone can receive it, and then whatever, right? At least that angst, that fucking stress is completely alleviated from them, because now they could just like continue playing the game. But it's at the cost of you're just giving the enemy team a nice setup to just win the game and just completely destroy you. It works hand in hand with other games too, like Rainbow Six Siege. Whenever you see us play, like a good example is whenever I play the game, I get completely quiet, I stop breathing, and I just start focusing on the game, and immediately it's just fucking like overwhelmingly like odds of like heart beating, hand shaking, just fucking Parkinson starts just to set in, and it's just ungodly, just like stressful in that situation. Not stressful because that well, it's stressful in the sense of like, holy fuck, like that's a horror thing, but it's also big form of anxiety because you have no clue what the fuck's going on. You're freaking the fuck out. You're thinking of all these situations, where they're coming from, what's gonna happen, or if you fucking lose, that's it. But if you win, like think of all the benefits from it. Like it's a whole double edge right there, because on one, like that whenever I know I'm going off topic here, but let me just say this. Whenever anxiety hits, I really need to figure out a way to use that as fuel for motivation in order to push myself forward to be a better person. I know that sounds vague, but hear me out. To be a better person when it comes to odds that seem against you, if that makes sense. If it seems like you can't do it, and it gives you that anxiety, which then leads to stress. Keep in mind, stress is the one thing I want to completely avoid. So if I could just hit the anxiety part, but then convert that into just pure motivation, to the sense where it's like, fuck, like I can't make a video now. But guess what? I get a little few hours of sleep. I might take a nap. And then when I wake up, I'll be fresh, ready, set to go. I could sit here right here, make a whole video, edit it all up, have a grand old night. It's rainy outside. Don't be upset. It's rainy. It's chilling. You love the fucking rain. My favorite season is it's hurricane season. It sounds weird, but that's just me. I do like it. So it's been pretty sweet. So knowing that that anxiety does hit in key points in time, I really do need to just use that as a sense, or at least try to figure out a way to fully convert it. I could do it when I play games. I could do it when I play volleyball. I could do it with all that stuff, because it's just it's just the pure, like, okay, like it's something that is still in bounds of my control. But the moment that it just falls out, and it's something that's completely out of my hands, like the weather, right? Can't control it, but maybe I could use that as a motivational tactic to then help me further pursue the things I want to do without having that angst in the back of my mind, and that whole confusion and worrisome of just like, what if, like what if, when I could just convert that to something else where it's a good what if. It's like, well, what if you get some good sleep and you wake up and you make a whole fucking good video, bro? Like, what if you just fucking, what if you just take a quick nap and then you wake up, rain's died down, it's just drizzling, and you're just chilling. Now you're stressing for nothing. You're having that pure anxiety for nothing. Relax. It's okay. Using that as a fuel. Now I feel refreshed. Having a good morning. It's like, it's okay, we're good. That is what I'm trying to get at here. If you are listening to it, let it be known it's just me talking to myself by myself in my room, trying to convince myself and help myself better myself. That's literally it. I know I said myself a lot in this whole situation, but that's, at the end of the day, it's like right now with these commentaries, I get it. Listen, if you really do like, okay, off topic, if you do like the old gameplays or whatever, I will continue that. I will still do that. I still have a whole fucking back catalog of gameplays I need to do and I need to upload. But as of right now, it's like I'm just really doing my absolute best to use this as a good form, like of a video diary-esque, if that makes sense, or I could just talk about a particular topic that has affected me or is affecting me. And it just, so in this one, the most clearest one that just hit me now, besides the other topic I will talk about next time, is anxiety. And how I just really need to find a way to convert that into just pure motivation. I've done it before and I know I could do it again, but finding that clear route, that clear, like, you know, just blueprint on the wall, just like says, do this, that, and then this equals X, Y, Z plus B. You know, like, okay, I get it. I could do that. So with all that being said, that's something I really do need to work on. But however, let me bring this up. You already know where I'm going with this. If you haven't already, because this video is already long enough. If you haven't already, please. Well, I'm going to just say it again. Thank you for subscribing, honestly. To all the new people. Thank you for liking the videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I don't think you understand how, like, absolutely, like, that feeling of kind of happiness when you wake up in the morning, you check your analytics, and then you see that there's been a consistent flow of views throughout the past couple hours. It's like, yo, that's kind of weird. I've been seeing some little fucking curves here and there just showing in the graphs. I'm like, yo, those are new. So I've been seeing some new traction popping in, and it's really weird seeing that there are people consistently viewing my channel at least once an hour or so. So like once an hour, there's always someone watching and all that stuff. So it's really weird. It gets a little sketchy sometimes. Kind of like, yo, that's kind of gnarly, but I mean, I'm down with it. So I want to thank you again for all the new subscribers. We're at 24 now, so I'm gonna just quickly announce that we're at 24 now, so close to 25. If you want to help out, if you're new here, if you haven't, hey, come on, bro, we can do it. But if you don't want to, I completely understand. I'm happy with any form of progress, because that just makes me happy. Any progress, and I love it. It feels good. So thank you again for listening to me basically rant for a little bit about me and my fucking existential crisis of fucking pure anxiety of not being able to finish a video. That just fucking shows you how much oh my god, like, what's wrong with me? And that just shows you, literally, someone called the fucking cops on me, bro. That's literally how fucking hyper focused I am on this YouTube channel. It's weird. I don't understand. Anyways, I'll see y'all some other time, and I'm thankful for y'all watching. Thank you again.